You see this guy? This guy is the major reason why that movie Anikulapo doesn't have that weight it was supposed to have. Kunle Afolayan went for face value instead of culture and movie quality value. We all know this guy is an international actor, and we all know he can't speak Yoruba. We always notice the fact that his Yoruba didn't meet up to the quality of the movie and the story they are trying to tell and all of that. So why using him? His parts, let me say, the movie started from when Saru and the other lady were chased out of Oyo. That was where the movie started from. And that was where the movie was supposed to be hot. A lot of things were supposed to come in and all. But instead, they reduced the quality. The tempo of the movie went from high to low. So the places that were supposed to be high were now low and they were just looking common. For example, when they came to ask, when the community leaders were asked, or the chief priest was asking for the source of the power and all, if we had had a king that can voice out and not, doing Don Jazzy and D'banj Moit thing, it would have been so interesting. A king that can question one of his objects. We want to see your power and all those things. We see the action, the aggravation and everything, the expression from the king without the so-called interpreter. It will have been much fun. So now the other part, when the guy requested to have the hand of the princess in marriage before he can, resurrect the prince, that could have been another massive scene where we see a king in action, coming all out at Saru, like, what the fuck do you mean? That kind of stuff. And, the aggression and the everything, the action that was supposed to like take place there, we couldn't feel it. Instead, he had to send the other guy to, do the bidding and whatsoever and all. It actually killed the weight of the movie, the action part of the movie. It killed it a lot. And also, the second in command to the king, let's say like the general of the king, that, the guy that is always standing beside the king, that was the guy doing the interpretation, should never walk with a knife. It was supposed to carry a sword, not a knife. You understand? And another part that I feel like Afolayan didn't make his research over is, I want to believe that's Oyole. You understand? I want to believe the story is based around, somewhere in Oyole or whatsoever. So the Oloyes, like the chiefs, they were not supposed to use the word Onyibo. Onyibo is a Lagosian way of calling white people white men. They were supposed to use Awalawo Funfun. So if something happened in Oyo and you're using lingua of people in Lagos, does that even make sense? You understand? One of the major problems with Nollywood movies is they overlook a lot of things when they try to tell their stories. They have these good stories, but they've forgotten that there are some of us that knows how to watch movies. And we are so interested in the qualities that we take us back to the basics and the foundation of the story. There was a time this man, this mainframe man, he's got it going on. I think the last movie he ever did that I will complain over remains Ayinla. That is Tunde Kilani. Ayila's story, they didn't get it right as well. Have that at the back of your mind. Ayila's story was a flop. There was no depth. This Saru, from before they left Oyo, there was this depth in that story and all of it. And Kunle Afolayan movie is always having that problem with all his movie. Even that was the October 1st. He was getting it right though. And all of a sudden, they would just behave like the normal Yabo Joe people movie again, and they'll just get it wrong. And the depth, the thing that is supposed to make the movie like the shit will just get messed up. You understand? And I don't know why he's always doing that thing. I feel, I just feel like they do their research, but maybe their scripts reading session. I don't know. You understand? But they always miss that perfection in all their movies. That's just what I'm going to say. So, and this is an Oyo movie. There was too much of face value in that movie. Saro and Bimbo, yeah, they complemented each other very well, and even what's her name, Mommy Shobo Ali as well. You understand? I feel like that was where the movie was at, and when the movie was getting to that, the movie was more like a crescendo thing. It was going, and it was supposed to be going, and it now dropped when they left. And they emphasized too much on, after they left Oyo now, and the old Johnny, the emphasis on establishing too much shot on that place. It was too much, like it wasn't needed. Yeah, we know they've left Oyo and everything. I feel like they could have made that place more adventurous. You understand? They also have shown us how it got healed, the trials and tribulations that the woman went through to heal him, to get him going on. He was wounded, he was injured, and they didn't even promote herbs for us. They're like, oh, along the line, when they got to a place where the woman feel like, okay, they are safe to like rest here, the woman went into the bush, cut this, cut that, put this together, prepare agbo. You understand? Like make fire at the end of the day, because we all know that in the olden days there are ways you can make fires. Cut one or two leaves together, rub them in a palm. Rub all these things on a palm. You understand? The movie was not well detailed. That's one of the major problem I have with the movie. Like there are some details that were missing, and one thing I noticed about good Nigerian movies on Netflix is they overlook details a lot, and it's necessary. It's vital when you're trying to tell a story and you take details to be, because okay, there are questions to be asked. Okay, there was a part they went to get pawpaw and everything. Trust me, when you're in the jungle, there are other things that you can eat aside fruits. You understand? We understand Sari is not a hunter, but they also have established a path whereby they were able to let us know that along the line, this woman did this, she did that to save Saru's life. And like that part I said, even if it's just leaf, rub it on her palm, cure the wounds. You understand? That was not able to help Saru to be fit again. Oh, lè wà nínú igbó kébi pa ẹ́. Inú aginjù gan, wàá rí nǹkan jẹ. Sure, you understand? So Papa came from somewhere. Yeah, that's still understandable. So I feel Nollywood needs to do more on detailing. Like that is what that industry is lacking. They overlook all those things a lot, and they put energy more on the necessary, the things that are not necessary. This guy they brought in, I don't understand. I don't understand why a king. You understand? It kills everything that was supposed to be fun in that movie. Everything that was supposed to be fun, it killed everything. That's just the honest truth. Me, I'm rating that movie 60/40. That's what I'm going to rate that movie.